Greg Carver from StrengthBox here. I wanted to give you guys a tip on food preparation strategies today. Looks like a tub of protein, but it's not. If I unscrew this, look inside. This is a storage container for greens, and this is well, it's a type of romaine lettuce, and it's kept very well because this is now 1 week old, and I don't see any browning on the lettuce, and it looks just as fresh as when I got it. I didn't use any magic little green bags, and I didn't. There's no special trick. It's just that I find these protein containers good for storing greens, broccoli, stuff where you need something bigger than just a small glass container. They're really handy, and they're food grade plastic. So why throw them out? Why, I don't know how well these things are recycled. So this is a good second use for them. Another tip, I really recommend using a food delivery service. You want to eat organic. We all know that we should eat organic, but the problem that I see myself, I faced, is when you go into a grocery store and you see a head of broccoli and it's $3.99, and right next to it there's a head of broccoli for 99 cents, and it happens to be the conventional one. The more expensive one was the organic one. It's really hard to justify spending so much more on getting produce that's organic, and it may not even be that good, or it may be imported where the conventional stuff may be local. So you're constantly feeling this sense of guilt, and you're being tugged one way and the other. So why not make it easy for yourself? There's lots of delivery services available. I use a weekly service from Mama Earth Organics, so a shout out to them in Toronto if you're in the area. Tell them Greg Carver sent you. And yeah, so I get this bin. See, I love farmers, and I sure do love farmers. So this is just what came this week. So this looks like black kale. I love black kale. And I've got some baby spinach in here. More lettuce, because you can never have enough leafy greens. I've got some broccoli, and I'm going to use all the broccoli. Usually I don't get fruit, but I got something extra. I got a little mini watermelon. It's the start of the season. Got a nice organic red pepper, and look at these. This is beautiful. So these are beets. These are golden beets, and I think these are Ontario, and they're really nice. They're kind of a yellow color inside. They're really mild, sweet flavor. And the greens I'm going to use too. It's another advantage of having organics, is because these things aren't sprayed, they're really good to eat. So I'm going to wash these, and I'll probably steam them and do them with some lemon juice and olive oil, a little salt and pepper, and they're going to be really, really good. So that's it. Recommend a food delivery service. It's going to cost you 25, 35 bucks a week. You can supplement at the grocery store if you want, but this is going to cover your bases, and it really ensures you get good variety in your diet too. And you may end up trying a few different things that normally you wouldn't buy. So I find that if I prep my vegetables now, so when I get them, if I wash them, if I prep them as much as possible, so some things I'll actually cook, some things I'll leave raw, some things I'll chop up. It depends on what it is. As to exactly what I'm going to do with it. But I want to make it easy so that when I come home, and I'm a busy guy, you're a busy person too, I'm sure, and you open the fridge and you see all these things, and if they're in their unprepared, raw, unwashed state, you're thinking mentally, this is going to take a whole lot of effort for me to get this from the fridge onto the table. Whereas if everything is prepped ahead of time, if you have like a salad bar set to go in your fridge, so to speak, or if you have some broccoli that's maybe blanched a little bit, or some greens that are steamed, it makes things so much easier. So that's the other piece of advice I would give you. So I'm going to prep this very quickly, and yeah, we'll get on with it. So first step, got to wash everything. And for lettuce, yes, I use a plastic knife because it eliminates browning. And I'm going to use the bin the vegetables came in, just to chuck any trash in, so I don't have to run back and forth to the garbage can. Use some cold water, a little cotton bag here, and you can even use a small pillowcase, like a white pillowcase works well. So once you've got most of the water out, I'm just gonna, this is my fancy salad spinner. Basically, you just spin it around like this. If it's hard on your wrist, you just hold your wrist like that. Give it a few spins, it's a bit of a workout. That lettuce, really, that's pretty dry. That's a good job. And this is just ready to be stored, so I'm going to use an empty protein tub, and I'm just going to put the lettuce right in there. And I'm going to stick that in the fridge, and that'll be good to go. Alright, I'm going to wash some spinach. For the spinach, I'm actually going to fill the sink up with a little bit of water. Sometimes the spinach can be a bit sandy, so you want to make sure it's all out. Okay, spinach in the bag. Again, recommend doing this outside, but here's arm workout number 2. Wow. That's a forearm workout. That's a wrist workout. Good, perfect. These are greens. This is a mixture of the black kale that I washed and I just roughly cut it, and also the beet greens from the golden beets I have. So I've got a mixture of black kale and beet greens, and why not do them together? The easiest, I mean, look at that. That's so many vegetables right there. And the easiest way I find to do this is in a bamboo steamer, because they're big and they're inexpensive. So I'm just going to place this over boiling water, and you can use a wok. You want the sides of the wok to just come out over the bottom of the steamer ever so slightly. And the great thing about the bamboo steamer is that the bamboo absorbs the condensation, so it doesn't drip down onto your food. And what I can even do is use my broccoli, and I'm going to separate the crowns from the stems because I'm going to use them for 2 different things. So the broccoli crowns I'm going to do in a steamer like this, and just get them into a few chunks here. So the other good thing about these is they're stackable, so I probably actually put the greens on top of the broccoli like that, and put the cover on, and you got both things ready to go at the same time, so it's really efficient. All right, water is boiling. Greens and broccoli are going on, just like that. And that shouldn't take too long. In the meantime, I'm going to preheat my oven. To about 400 degrees because I'm going to roast some vegetables. The easiest way to do vegetables for roasting, use a food processor. I could do them by hand, but this just makes things so much easier. So I'm going to use the slicing blade, because again, I don't know about you, but I don't have a lot of time, so any time-saving device, I'm going to use it. Easy. Slicing blade. I'm going to take some onion first, run it through. Broccoli stems. Do not throw out broccoli stems. They're full of nutrition. Golden beets, amazing. Half these, put them through. Nice. See, this is pretty quick too. It doesn't take long at all. Oh. See how that comes out? That's, if you can see that, that's really quite nice actually. And generally I have more stuff. You want to mix this in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a healthy dousing of olive oil and some salt and pepper. So this is a nice Greek olive oil that I use. This one is from Crete, from Acropolis Organics. We carry it at the gym, so I really like it. And I generally buy the 3-liter tin because I go through quite a bit. I'm going to add some sea salt. Perfect. And I'm going to add some ground pepper. Turkish coffee grinder, another great thing for grinding black pepper. It'll never wear out. That's it. So you can season this any way you want. If you have any fresh herbs, like thyme works well. Actually, I have some nice oregano, so I'm going to add some oregano to this right now. I'm going to throw this in probably for about 30 to 40 minutes. And it's a hot oven, so the oven's preheated to about 400 degrees. When it comes out, it's amazing, and you've got vegetables good to go. Just add some meat, you've got your lunch. All right. Well, that looks great. So roasted beets, broccoli, onions, nothing could be simpler. Looks beautiful. I know it's going to taste great, and hope you give it a try, guys.